I'm going to go ahead and bring up interactive analysis. So what you're looking at here is the interface for interactive analysis. Here from the data panel, you have access to the data sitting in that metadata layer or the universe. And the templates panel here gives you access to different report elements like charts, graphs, tables, etc. The nice thing about interactive analysis is it actually allows you to take existing reports that were created by your colleague and customize them and modify them to meet your own specific needs. So here I'm looking at a report that shows my monthly sales for different product lines. So I can go ahead and start building my analysis on top of this report. To build a specific report element, I can go ahead and get a cross tab here, put it on my document right here, and then grab different business metrics to create either a chart or a table. For example, I want to see the sales revenue for different lines. I can go ahead and get my line metric here, put it here, and it shows up in my table, and grab the sales revenue and see the sales for those for each of the product lines. I can take advantage of the built-in formula functions to aggregate my data. So here I can sum the sales for each product line and get my total sales. And if I decide that I'd like to see this data in a chart format, I can quickly turn this into a chart. So what I could do is I select the table, I right-click on it, and say turn this into, for example, a pie chart. And then I have the option to resize it and also do some drill down. So right now, as you can see, I don't have access to much data. So let's say I'm going through my analysis and I realize I need more data. What I could do is I could edit my query and bring back more data and more business metrics from the metadata layer. To do that, I can go ahead and click on Edit Query. And here, it gives me access to all the business metrics that are sitting inside my universe or the metadata layer that we looked at earlier. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up more information. So I'm going to add year, quarter, some store information like state, city, some product information like category, and also different measures, and include those into my query. Then I'm going to run the query. What interactive analysis is going to do is it's going to go to the metadata layer or to the universe, pull all the data, and store it inside the document so I can access it. And I can add a new report by just right-clicking and say Insert New Report, and I can start building my report from scratch. So what I'm going to do is, for this example, I'm going to go to Templates, get a cross tab, and then add different metrics and dimensions to this cross tab. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add category. Actually, I'm going to add lines and also sales revenue for each of those lines. I can create sections easily, so I can right-click on it and set the accessory as section. And then what I can do is I can add more information to each section. So for example, I can add different product lines for each section, or different product categories to each section. And I can add the total sales or the quantity sold to each section. You can see now I'm looking at the total number of units sold to each section.
Pardon me, Takin, you're not sharing your desktop this time?
No. Okay. Let me go back to. Do you see my desktop now?
We have it now.
Okay. So I'm just going to back up a little bit to kind of show you what I went through. So here what we're looking at is the interface for interactive analysis. I'm going to go pull up a new report so we can start from the beginning. So what you have here is you have your data panel here, which I was talking about earlier, which gives you access to your data sitting inside the universe or the metadata layer that we were talking about. You have your templates panel that gives you access to different report elements, so like charts, graphs, tables, and etc. And then the nice thing about interactive analysis is you can take existing reports and customize them for your own specific needs. So, for example, here I'm looking at a report that shows the monthly sales for different product categories, and I can continue building my analysis on top of this. So I'm going to go ahead and get a crosstab and do a table that shows the sales for different product categories in my stores. So you can see I get the category and drop the sales revenue here, and it shows me the sales for each category. And then I can also take advantage of some of the built-in formula functions to aggregate my data. So here I can sum all the sales for those product categories, and you can see the total here. Or I can just create new reports. So, for example, to create a new report, I right-click here, and it allows me to insert a new report. And for this example, we can go ahead and get a crosstab and get different metrics or different dimensions to build my report here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the lines and the sales revenue for each of the lines, and then I can create different sections for my report. So I can set the product lines to be sections. I can add more information to the sections. So I can see, for example, the state sales for each of those product lines. I can just drop the sales in here, the state information here. And if I decide that I don't want to see this information in a table format, I can quickly turn this into a table, so into a chart. So I right click on it, and it says turn to, and you can select the chart that you want. There's a number of charts that are available to you. So, for example, bar charts, line charts, area charts, and pie charts. So this example, I'm going to grab a pie chart. And I can, do more analysis, or also I can do drill down. So the nice thing about interactive analysis, like I mentioned, it allows you to do drill down from very high-level information to detailed information. And to show that functionality to you, again, I'm going to go ahead and get a crosstab and get the line information, the product line. And let's get the sales revenue. And to enable drill down, I just click on drill button up here, and then you can see actually underlines what's durable. So I can click on it, and it goes all the way down to the specific product category. And I can click on it again, and it goes all the way down to the SKU numbers or the sales value. So what you can do with interactive analysis, you can provide a very high-level overview of your data, of your company's performance, and then also enable your end users to drill all the way down to very detailed information. So, for example, like what specific SKU is not working, and what promotions are not working, or what particular store is not meeting their target, and etc. And you can use SAP Crystal dashboard design, and interactive analysis side by side. So, for example, in the dashboard we looked at earlier, at the bottom here, I have a report details link, and this enables the end users to drill down and see the report that's lying behind this dashboard. So when I click on this, it actually brings up interactive analysis with the report that's sitting behind that, with that dashboard, which shows the monthly sales for different product accessories. Due to time constraints, I won't be able to get more details about interactive analysis. There are a ton of information on our website about this product. There's also a trial, and there's a lot of videos that you can take a look at and try this for yourself. But please do keep an eye out for future webinars specifically on SAP Crystal interactive analysis, or just check out our website for more information. going to go ahead and go back to my presentation. With that said, I'd like to open up the floor for Q&A. I'll be going through the question that was submitted to the Q&A panel. If you do have more questions, you can submit them through the Q&A chat panel in your web application. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and look at the Q&A. So there's a question about, can I export dashboards to DOE repository? With SAP Crystal Dashboard Design, from a licensing perspective, you're not allowed to use that product with DOE products and SAP products. If you're looking to use SAP Crystal Dashboard Design type of functionality, you would need to use the enterprise version of SAP Crystal Dashboard Design, and it's called Excelsis Enterprise. And with that product, you can publish a dashboard to Business Object Enterprise or Edge or SAP NetWeaver. And then there's a question about, can I compare last year's figures to forecast figures? Yes, using interactive analysis, you do have that functionality to compare existing data with future data, as long as you have it inside your metadata layer. And then there's a question, do we have to install the integration kit to connect dashboard with SAP BW? Excelsis Enterprise, the latest service pack that came out last year, actually provides a direct connector to SAP BW, so you don't need to install the integration kit to connect your dashboard to SAP BW. Is SAP Crystal Presentation Design compatible with Office 10? We don't officially support with Office 2010, but there is a workaround to get it working on Office 2010. You can check our forums for that. The question, can we get a recording of this session? Yes, we'll send a follow-up email at the end of the session. We'll provide you with links to the recording and a copy of the slides for this presentation. Can you compare WebReach Client with Crystal Interactive Analysis? They're exactly the same product. If you're an existing Business Object Enterprise customer, you get the WebReach Client as a deployment option. If you are not an SAP Business Object Enterprise customer, then you do have the option to purchase SAP Crystal Interactive Analysis. There's a question about, can you integrate dashboard design model with Webby reports? We don't support that functionality out of the box, but there's a white paper that explains how you can embed dashboard design, analytics, and components and charts into a Webby report. You can check our SDN community for that particular white paper.